Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wes-Del High School would like to welcome you to tonight's contest between the visiting Frankton Eagles and your Wes-Del Warriors. At this time, I'd like to introduce our officials for tonight's contest, Mr. Bobby Moore and Mr. John Turkey. These individuals have committed their time to our student athletes, and we appreciate their efforts and sacrifices. Fans, if you feel the need to verbally express your displeasure with our officials, please note that your actions will be in absolute contradiction to the values and beliefs of Wes-Del Athletics. Please join me in applause for your game officials and their commitment to education-based athletes. Now, this time, let's see our teams for the next contest. First for the visiting Frankton Eagles, your non-starters, number 7, Randy Smedley. Number 8, Paul Original. Number 10, Annabella Faulkner. Number 16, Hadley Cole. Number 22, Sophia Smith. Number 27, Haley Grace Harrison. And number 28, Addie Boyles. And now your starters for the Eagles. Number 9, Paula Stevens. Number 14, Holly Smith. Number 18, Emma Phillips. Number 19, David Amanda. Number 20, Delaney Perkins. And number 21, Will Coffey. Your coach of the Eagles, Lindsay Lowe and Sophia Street. Now we're catching on your feet. Let's see your Wes-Del Warriors. First non-starters, number 2, Audrey Intern. And number 7, Cassandra Smith. Also, Kylie Smith, number 7. And now, your starters, number 4, Carmen Pierce. Number 5, Valerie Clark. Number 9, Savannah Dewar. Number 11, Sophia Rock. Number 13, Leslie Brewer. And number 14, Cody Moore. Your coach of the Warriors starting on the string. Eagles, number 9, Varsity. serve for the Eagles. Set match point, Frankton. Number 9, Varsity, serves for the Eagles. Second match goes to Frankton. This game at set 25-14. Varsity actually ended here shortly.
Welcome everybody to, let's see, I'm going to adjust my volume. There we go. Technical stuff there. There we go. I think it's on my end. So once again, welcome to Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium, K. Saunders Court for tonight's Wes-Del Warrior volleyball match. It's been a while. I'm Biff Wilson, joined by John McLaughlin and Wes-Del Sports Network CEO, part owner, and executive producer, Andrew Romine. And like I said, it's been a while since the Warriors have played here at Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium. They're just coming off a 2-week stretch since the K. Saunders Classic, during that 2 weeks, they lost a 5-set thriller at Cowan, and they actually have a shot to get that back. We'll talk about that here in a few minutes. But they rebounded then the following week for a 3-1 win over at Monroe Central, a good win there. And so they're coming off a win into tonight's match. They enter tonight at 3-9, 2-6 in the conference. And again, that win against Monroe Central being their last match and a conference win. Statistically, things haven't changed much in terms of leaders for the Warriors. Amelia Hudson-Roberts and Aubrey Antrim continue leading the way offensively. Taylor Freeman continues to set the table, and a lot of Warrior defenders gathering digs led by Libero Kai Nu. The Warriors continue their aggression from behind the service line, averaging a really nice 8 service aces per match. Taylor Freeman has 29, and you'll see when she goes back there tonight, she's usually the first server for the Warriors. You'll understand why she has so many aces. Frankton, on the other hand, comes into Wes-Del tonight with an 11-9 record, and they're 4-1 in the Central Indiana Conference. They are a 2A school, so they're in the CIC. That's familiar to pretty much everybody sitting here at the table, all the Blackford people. The Eagles are coming off a loss 2 nights ago at Eastern High School. The Comets, traditionally a pretty darn good volleyball program. The Eagles have lost 3 out of their last 4 matches. I don't know if that bodes well for us. Hopefully we catch them on a little downward slant while we're on our way up. Statistically, the Eagles are led offensively by junior Macy Curtis and seniors Olivia Woodruff and Ann Curtis. They'll see a lion's share of the sets tonight from setters junior Claire Osborne and sophomore Layla Dietzer. I believe they run a 2-setter offense, so they've always got hitters banging away. Senior Sloan Harrison paces the team in digs, and they're very active defensively at the net. They have a total of 67 blocks this season, led by Ann Curtis and junior Elena Rash. They also find points from behind the service line, averaging just under 8 service aces per game. Like the Warriors, the Eagles have a new varsity coach this year, following the very successful reign of Beth Sperry. She had several daughters that played for her. I should say a few daughters that played for her, and most are playing college sports right now. The Eagles are now coached by Hannah Thomas, assisted by Grant Garber. Our officials tonight, Sean Sherfy and Bobby Borer, one of the A teams that we have come into Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium. They do a really nice job. Brian Lake, again, will be our PA guy. And let's see, what else have we got here? The junior varsity match just concluded. Frankton won that 25-13, 25-14. And let's go to that always valuable Indiana Prep Volleyball Z ratings. We saw how valuable that was in our last match. But anyway, Wes-Del with a 16.05 rating, Frankton 18.56. That tells us that Frankton has about a 2.5 to 3 point edge per set by the algorithm, courtesy of Zach McCrite, who does an awfully good job with that. So, John, there's an awful lot of pink in the gym tonight. Both teams are participating in tonight's blockout cancer match. Teams do that around the country. It's either blockout cancer, it might be dig pink, something like that, but they sell t-shirts, they gather donations, all headed to one charity or another to help fight cancer. I know in basketball a lot, I think the event is Coaches versus Cancer that basketball's done for a long time, but a really worthy cause. We can't gloss over it. It's hard to miss all the pink, but it's a very important thing that schools, I think, and athletes get involved in sort of events like this.
Yeah, just one more way to show you that sports are, a bigger microcosm of what life's all about, and that is trying to help when you can. And, you become a family as a team goes along, and we've all, as family members, been, hit by the dreaded cancer one way or another. So it's just a nice way to really kind of come together. Frankton's always been, I know, one of the opponents that you've enjoyed playing, and I did in basketball, and just always a nice group of people that come over. So it's kind of a neat night that we could do it with Frankton too. But yeah, it's always nice to find a way to help, give back, and I think that as you can see, like you said, a lot of pink. That everyone's kind of embraced it, and really happy to see that it's taken off like it did.
Oh, I totally agree, and we didn't do a pink event a long time when I was coaching volleyball, and I just didn't know a whole lot about it, I guess. And I was actually contacted by a coach from another team. It was Amber Huber out of Cowan, and said, "Hey, we're going to do pink night when you guys come over. You're welcome to participate." And that really spurred our participation in it, and it showed me that it's so much better when both teams are involved.
Yeah.
And you get both teams, both fan bases, and you share that experience. It's opponents, but a common group against a common opponent, and I think it's just a really great event.
Yeah, that's really cool, and I think that when you could get both schools involved, then it looks like, hey, this is a united front, and it goes back to reminds us all that there are some things bigger than this volleyball game tonight. Yeah, both teams want to win, but they can both step away from the game tonight, win or lose, knowing that they were able to be a part of something bigger and be a part of helping in whatever small way it is, helping a cause that we all want to see go away at some point.
Exactly, and it gives these players who all play off season, many of them play off season together. The Frankton group probably primarily involved with the Grant County Volleyball Club, and our team somewhat involved with that club as well, in addition to Munciana. It gives them an opportunity to actually be on the same team even during the high school season.
Right.
So I think you're right. Right now we're going to defer to the voice of Wes-Del Volleyball, Brian Lake, as we get started here with our national anthem and our lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wes-Del High School would like to welcome you to tonight's contest between the visiting Frankton Eagles and your Wes-Del Warriors. At this time, we would like to introduce our officials for tonight's contest. First of all, the board, Mr. Sean Turkey. These individuals have committed their time to our student athletes, and we appreciate their efforts and sacrifices. Fans who feel the need to verbally express your displeasure with our officials, please note that your actions will be in absolute contradiction to the values and beliefs of Wes-Del athletics. Please join me in applause for our game officials and their commitment to education-based athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, every day someone you know is affected by cancer. Cancer has made people's lives hard and challenging, even to the point of losing someone that they love. Knowing please stand. Gentlemen, wave your hats as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, John. So here we go. I'm not sure which team has the serve. We'll find out here in a few minutes. I see Reese on the corner down there, and I'm not sure who's on this corner to our right.
That is Presley Durr's mom.
Okay, there we go. And as I did find out, it is a new rule this year that they do switch corners.
Okay.
Set to set.
Yeah,
so.
we were wondering about that last time.
Yeah.
I have always appreciated that we use adults on ours, and I know Reese is, but he's been around the volleyball game quite a bit, so
a long time.
He knows what he's doing, but kind of gotten spoiled going to some of these college games and seeing 4 officials on the corners, but I'm not sure sometimes they do any better than some of our parents have over the years.
Oh, I always argued that with the IHSA, you always had officials just up and down, R1, R2, and then in the postseason you have them on the lines, which they haven't done all year long.
Right.
And parents have. And there's an argument to have parents on those lines because they're pretty much zoned in on it.
Yeah.
Frankton with the first serve here. Ooh. Big lefty on the right side. That's Macy Curtis. Now you understand why she leads in kills.
Yeah, that was that came off of her hand a little harder than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, it did.
It got there a little quicker, and I think it surprised everybody.
And don't adjust anything at home. Yes, that volleyball is pink and white. Couple of pink and white volleyballs for pink night. These volleyballs have had very little use because they're really only used once every year, once maybe every other year.
Yeah, that's right. Good read there to let that one go.
And sometimes those are tough, especially when they come right at you. You want to serve them, or you want to pass them, I should say. But now Taylor Freeman back to serve for Wes-Del. Again, tough server.
A little far off the net, that one, I think. Caught her off guard.
A little bit, and that's a tough ball to, I think she's trying to roll it or maybe tip it somewhere. And when you're 10 feet off the net, you might as well just take a swing because it's, like you said, it's a distance.
A little long there from Taylor, but you can see the aggressiveness.
Absolutely. And when you look at our statistics, you see more aces than you see service errors. And it's close. And as a coach, you want at least 1-to-1, and we've got a 1-to-1 ratio. But I think it reflects our aggression. And I think when you've got a young team, you find your aggression where you can. And a lot of times, it's easy to practice serving at practice. And it's easy to get it better. So that's one of those avenues you take. See, Thomas Draper has just entered the gym looking dapper as ever. And the Eagles with a early 5-2 lead. Nice pass there by Kai.
Just finds the back corner.
Yeah. And sometimes you'll find it tough to defend with one blocker up there. We don't have the size necessarily to put a couple of blockers up on everybody, but you just got to pick your spots then defensively in the backcourt. But hitters have the advantage against one block. Kai, another nice pass there. Cassie Smith almost found the floor. Here we go with the lefty.
Yeah, that's in.
That was a really nice shot.
A couple of chances there from the back. Take advantage that time.
Absolutely. When Amelia finds that back 4 or 5 feet of the court, especially out of the backcourt when she's coming out of the backcourt, it's going to be a pretty successful night for her. Really nice serve there by Aubrey Antrim. Really set up that point there, made it tough for the Eagles to return that ball. Nice tip there. Good touch by Amelia.
And staying close where it looked like it may get a few points in a row there on Frankton's side, and then Wes-Del fights their way right back into it.
Yeah. So Ansley Draper put her mojo on the ball there. Let's see how that works out. Works out pretty well. Still a good pass. And nobody touched that ball on our side of the net, so 4 contacts. And we're tied at 6. And it's apparent they want to get that ball to Macy Curtis as often as they can. Ooh, there we go.
Nice block.
Nice block. Cassie Wilson on that. Officially a block assist for Cassie Wilson and Emily Hudson Roberts, but that was all Cassie. And I say Wilson, that's an old player. Cassie Smith.
You caught me off there for a second. I had to look down at my program.
Well, I felt like something wasn't right, and then I saw you look sideways, and I'm thinking, there's something I'm not saying right. Of course, Cassie Wilson graduated about, 4 years ago?
5 years ago, but that's all right. Hey,
and
at least it was someone in the program.
Yeah,
we'll give you that.
And all 5'3" of her wasn't up there blocking.
No, she wasn't blocking.
Hope she's doing well. Shout out to Cassie Wilson. We know Cassie Smith is doing well.
Yeah, she's doing well with that block. Nice pass.
Oh, that's one of those, as a libero, you're trained to make that play, but that ball might have gone out of bounds. Hard telling.
I was trying to figure out if both teams were going to wear pink, because that was going to be a little confusing.
It was going to be tough. And if you want to know how to confuse the officials, you put white numbers on a pink jersey.
Yeah, they're hard to see up here.
Those are hard to see. If we were football announcers, we might as well not even bother.
That's just in.
That was put in about as good as you can from that point on the court. And we have essentially a front court player in the back court who usually gets replaced by the libero, so not so experienced back there in the back court. But it was a really good shot. I'm not sure who would have flagged that one down. Nice swing there by Amelia. Good play. I'm impressed with Frankton's libero right now, Finley Clevenger. She moves around that court. She passes a lot with her hands. And Kainu does the same thing.
Finley's only a sophomore, so
yeah,
she's going to have a good career. It's another one of those close ones. You're counting on your teammates to help you. And
that's right.
by that time, it was time to go. Ball was on her. And that went long.
Is Addie Moore, number 4, another sophomore. And here, for those who are looking, Frankton's running a 6-2 offense, meaning they have 3 hitters up there at all times. And they have a luxury in volleyball of 2 right side players that are both left-handed. Oh, man, I'll tell you what.
We've talked about that before. The ball just comes off a little different off lefty.
It really does.
I always liked having a couple lefty basketball players.
Yes.
Just harder to scout, too.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how many times you tell the players, they're going to go to the right hand. They're just used to that.
Yes. And when you're setting up that block, it makes a difference. When you're looking at that angle of attack, the left-hander makes a difference. They come in at a different angle. And then if they swing, like you saw Maddie Curtis swinging for Frankton, if they swing from the left side as well occasionally, then you've got to think about that again.
Yes. It's a lot of thinking.
There is a lot of thinking. So you practice it, you try to make it automatic, but then the automatic 2 ways, automatic versus right, automatic versus left, and half the time your team's just trying to get the ball in play.
Frankton on a little run here.
Yeah, they are.
Coach is going to call good timeout, I think.
I think it's a real good timeout. You don't let this get too far out of hand. We're in a close match. It was tied, so why not? Set them down. Just say we're doing fine, guys. Let's just get behind the ball. Let's get a side out here. Score a few points.
Yeah, I think sometimes those timeouts can be you start feeling the momentum swing a little bit, and that's what you're doing as a coach is a lot of times trying to stop that momentum. And sometimes it's just a breather. You know, hey, there's a lot of emotion going on.
Exactly.
Let's not let it be a negative emotion. Let's swing this back to our way.
Right.
Find a way to, you know, and there might be one or two things that coach has seen that's no easy adjustments or something they can fix.
There's a dance party going on behind the coach's back. I'm
Yeah.
not saying behind the coach's back, but literally behind the coach. I'm not sure what happened in my timeouts.
Yeah, you probably don't want to know.
No, I don't. Well, now I might. But
I used to have. There were some teams, not every team, but there were some teams I'd have a coach designated to watch everybody else during timeouts.
Right.
Some teams I had to do that, others didn't. But
Oh,
not sure if that was blocked or not, but I think it might have been.
you know, I'll tell you what, that and it's a philosophy whether you block from somebody hitting 10 feet off the net or not, and we just generally didn't. But again, just a different philosophy. The thing was, we just weren't very successful at it, so we just didn't do
Stop doing it. Yeah.
Amelia getting a lot of swings, and there you go. She really finds that range, I think, from middle back and from the left side. She's particularly effective. And if you've got her up, well, they've got her up against probably tallest player on the floor down there right now. And that can be an interesting experience. Just wide. Eagles pushing it out a little bit. 4-point lead. This is the point where you don't want to let it get away.
Yeah, you're running out of points, so you don't want to let them get too. It gets too much of a hole to dig out of, and not enough points left.
Right. Yeah, that was a center line violation. Taylor just went over the line. Her foot was nice and parallel to the line, but just went over. If it had been turned 2 inches inward or outward, that wouldn't have been a violation. But Sean's a Hawkeye down there. He's paying attention to what he should be paying attention to.
One thing we do around here is we do always, well, I won't say always is a big word, but we do get good officials
We really do.
for volleyball.
We really do. And I appreciate, and always did appreciate, the fact that they like to come out to Wes-Del and work. They know they're going to get good hospitality. It's a nice floor. They're not going to get a bunch of parents in their faces. They're not going to get a bunch of coaches in their faces, usually. And they just like to come out here and work.
Yeah.
This is that point in the match where it tends to get away from the Warriors a little bit.
I would say this is a point, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, where we start showing a little bit of youth.
Yes, I agree. It's whether it's a lack of focus or whether it's a increase in focus by a more experienced team.
Right.
Either way, it's that youth factor. Nice play there by Ansley. Sort of an unbalanced swing there by Aubrey Antrim, but it was a good swing.
She just rushed it, I think.
I think so,
she
yeah.
was ready and wanted to hit it so bad that she rushed it.
And again, experience. And that's
Yeah.
one of those things where you figure out, okay, should I just put this in play? How aggressively can I put it in play?
And the game slows down for you the older you get.
Yep.
More instinctual and just starts to slow down.
Oh, look at this. Oh, just couldn't quite get it. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, that would have been a tough one to get over.
Yeah, you know that basket's there, and you know everything else is up there. You're just trying to – odds are in practice you've bent over too far and you've put it under the net. All those things come into play, and you've got about a 7.7 seconds to figure that out. And here again, good serving on the side of Frankton. It's really challenging the Warriors right now. And that was a nice shot by Amelia, sort of a controlled push.
Yeah.
She touched that about as long as she could.
I heard some people complaining over on this side, but
I'm guessing they were.
in front of your ear, I guess, is
That's sort of the key.
The hallmark there.
That's
because
sort of the key.
I know a person that got away with a lot of those.
Yeah. She plays in college now. It worked out. Back in system for Wes-Del. Nice swing there. Uh-oh, there's the
I
ceiling.
really like
There we go.
Amelia's back row today. She's really swinging with confidence from the back row.
She really is. And I'll tell you, she's a very even-keeled player.
Yeah.
When she was a freshman, maybe a sophomore, and she was over there on the bench, I'll tell you what, she was the bench leader. She and I was told this by a few people, she was the reason some people came to matches because they wanted to watch the bench. And our bench was usually pretty low-key. But when she's on the floor, it's a little different situation. She's very stone-faced, very focused on what she's doing, and I like both those aspects of her. Good swing over here on the left side by Frankton.
When you have big hitters like that, boy, it sure puts you behind the 8 ball if you don't get a block on.
Yeah, it really does.
Because it puts a ton of pressure on that back row to try to make a play when they just don't have time to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, any kind of hand on a ball and it slows it down or hits it up in the air for you, makes a big difference.
Ooh, great play there by Taylor.
Wow, great job to keep that alive.
Let's see if we can get that block. Those hands. That one was just a little bit higher and faster than our block. And that's why that right side player is so valuable. Trying to think of any of many left-handed right sides I had out here. Good. There we go.
All
nice
right.
swing by
Good
Cassie.
job. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, she was there. Oh, tough play. And you can tell right at the last minute, she's like, I think that's going out, and pulled back a little bit.
Yep.
But Cassie
Good play both
Smith
ways.
again doing a fantastic job up there. A good swing and then a put back.
That was a scrappy point both ways.
Yeah.
Another one of those was going to be right on the line.
Yes. Nice dig there. Okay, in system, pushed it out. Get up.
And there's that again. The big hit from the outside.
Yep, Macy Curtis with the big left hand. Set point, Frankton. Got hands on it. You got to give Taylor some credit for that, but didn't work out. 25-14 at the end of set one. Frankton takes a 1-0 lead on tonight's Blockout Cancer Night here at Wes-Del High School. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching the Wes-Del Sports Network. Ready to go here for set two. Again, Wes-Del down 1-0. Frankton winning the first one 25-14, was it, I think?
Yes, 25-14.
Sean Sherfy checking lineups. In between sets here, there was a good conversation, it looked like, going on between the Frankton coach and Sean. I don't know what it was about. Usually something like that is a clarification. Can you explain to me why? Or what's the rule on this? Or where do you get your hair done? And,
I was going to say, you think Sean knows the answer to that?
Yeah.
Sean was one of my favorite basketball officials also.
Oh, yeah.
Easy to talk to.
He
Not
really
afraid
is.
to tell you, though, if you're like, he'll come back at you a little bit, and then
Yeah.
then everything's fine. And, you know.
I've made him mad before, and
Yeah,
he's
me
made
too.
me mad, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Just in the net there, but
Yeah, net violation there on Cassie. She's,
it was the right try, though, right play.
yeah, and her last name is Smith. I'm just trying to, might be that haze from that procedure I had done earlier today.
Yeah. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. It's Claire Osborne serving for Frankton. Nice swing from the right side there. That was Aubrey Antrim. Another nice swing.
Good block that time.
Yep, put it right back, and here we go. Tight ball. Amelia disappointed in the result of that as soon as she dug that, but she was in the right place, and that's a tough ball. It was right there in the breadbasket.
You know, it was 14-25 in that first set, but it sure felt a lot closer than them. And
It really
it really probably was for most of the set.
I think so, and they kind of snuck away in the middle.
Yes.
Ansley Draper with a swing. And that's the kind of swing you want to see Ansley taking. You want to see that heavy topspin, cross-court shot, keep it away from the block, put it in play, and make it aggressive. I think that's her role as a front row player. She struggled a little bit earlier in the season.
Good
There we
idea.
go. There we go.
Good idea there from Taylor.
And Taylor's not one that dumps a lot of balls. And when she does and scores, she's extremely proud.
That was a good time to do it.
It really was.
There you go, talking about the left-hand swing coming from the left side.
That's right. That's right. Couple of substitutions for the Eagles now. Sloan Harrison in, as well as Campbell Choir, which that's an athlete's name right there.
Yes.
Campbell Choir. Ooh, tough serve.
Tried, got her on the second jump.
I thought that was going in. I really did. Ooh, nice hands there. Tell you, the front row. Oh, she got caught. Cassie again, a little aggressive. Now, here's the thing, though. She's not bending those elbows, which is good.
Yeah.
She's going over with a solid arms from fingertips to her elbows and her shoulders. It's good form. She just wasn't high enough in the air to do what she did. And that'll come. And she's invested. You can tell out there that she's concerned.
Yeah, she is. She really wants to do well, and
Right.
is frustrated with herself when she doesn't.
Wants to be coached.
Yeah.
Amelia just letting that ball get a little too far down in front of her. Looks like she's got some tape on that right arm.
Getting to that point of the season where everybody's a little banged up, a little sore, a little.
And she's never taken as many swings as she's taken this year.
That's true. That was off the block, the
Off
tip.
the block. Good news is we got hands on it. Bad news is it was a tool. Coach Van Mater walking in right now.
Always looking dapper in pink.
Oh, yeah. He does look pretty in pink. I might not say that to his face, but
Yeah.
I think he'd be okay with it.
Yeah, he would.
And he might fold me in half, but
This one's getting away from us a little bit here.
A little different start here. And again, the strong serving by the Eagles. It's really aggressive. Nice serving. I always like Frankton's gym.
I did too. And it's a really fun place to coach in and a fun place to play sports in because it's that half horseshoe kind of in concrete. So it's loud.
Yeah,
It's a loud gym, and it's a lot of energy in there. I don't know it'd be great to practice in because you can't move some of that.
That's true.
But,
That's true.
But it sure is fun to participate and compete in.
That ball handling error on that last rally called on Taylor Freeman. I've had a number of officials tell me, and I may have mentioned this before, we'll let you botch this up a little bit with the double contact on your side of the net, but that one got sent over the net and with some side spin on it, and we're going to call that.
It's interesting to watch a different brand, obviously, watching a lot of college this year.
Oh, yeah.
The double obviously been taken out unless it's pushed over as an attack.
Have you seen that same
I have
thing
seen
in college?
that, yes.
Okay.
I've seen it several times, and it's interesting because there's part of me that wants to yell, too, is when and I realize we're not doing that anymore.
Right.
And I honestly think it's for the better. You know, watching it doesn't bother me. I thought it might.
Yeah,
But but we've talked about it a little bit, how it's really more of a penalty on your own team. So
my first instinct, if I were sitting on that bench, would, you get that little pain in your gut, and you want to stand up, and say something. But watching it right now, I'm like, no, okay.
I'll tell you what, they do call that push over on an attack very tight, though. If you don't, if there's any kind of wiggle on or miscontact, they're calling that one.
Yeah. Cassie Smith, good serve.
Yeah. There you go.
Nice block there on the big lefty. And we've got our biggest block out there right now with Tori Ward and Amelia Hudson-Roberts. So that's fantastic.
That's a nice serve.
Yes. Free ball. Let's see what we can do with it here. And on that double contact, one of your officials that was probably the toughest in calling that. In other words, if you looked at the ball twice, you were going to get called for a double contact, even though it was eye contact. And that's Sean Surfey, who's the R2 right now. And Bobby wasn't too far behind him. So I think they've done a nice job of adjusting their calls as well. And they're professionals. They're good at what they do. So
yes,
that's what they're going to do. I'll tell you, that was a great set because you get that left-hander and you put her pretty close to that net and you put it nice and high. And that's hard to defend, even if you have Amelia and Tori up there. Finley Clevenger, server, again, like the game she's played tonight. Tough ball. You'd think it'd be easy to throw a ball up and put it back over your head 31 feet, but it's not. Go down and do it. Our pink crowd over there with our big Amelia head is fairly quiet, and they haven't been too boisterous tonight.
Oh, that's rowdy tonight. That was in. I hate to, I like to get the hometown call sometime, but when it hits right on the line in front of you, it's hard not to call.
That's a really good serve.
Yeah, you hit that one every time, and you're probably going to get it more times than.
Right. And the other thing you do is you draw the passer out there, so now you open up, lanes in between.
Tried to go the other side.
Coming the other way, didn't quite make it. So then is the reception error, as it would be statistically, an ace against our team? Is it worth, getting that side out? I don't know. I think you get a really good server back there that's going to score a lot of points. You'll give her an ace if you can get an error on the very next serve.
Yes.
Especially if you're going to follow up with a really good server. Amelia's showing us that shoulder right now. Now, interesting thing. I know that some trainers don't like that tape, don't see the value in it. Others do. I don't know if that was put on by one of our trainers or by Amelia. I had a player way back 10 years ago that wouldn't play without that tape. We started putting it on her shoulder, and I'd learned how to apply KT tape, And then it became just sort of a crutch for her. And she admitted it. She goes, I don't like to play without it because I'm so used to the feel of it now.
Yeah.
That I'm. And the other thing, as odd as it sounds, but coach and player, it just gave us some time to talk about the match.
Yeah.
And she was usually nervous going into matches, so it gave us a little bit of time to kind of reflect and do some planning. So.
Maybe superstitious too, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, some people and players can be that way.
That's what it was.
And sometimes we call it superstitious, and sometimes we call it routine.
Yeah,
nice
that's
block
right.
there.
That's right. All of mine were routine. I never had a superstition my entire career. But I had routines.
I think I had a few routines also. I don't know that I was really superstitious. I don't think I was ever good enough to be superstitious. I just found the line.
That was an excellent shot. And I think Amelia Hudson-Roberts statistically gets the assist on that.
There you go.
And she'll go back and serve with her pink shoulder, and nice serve, really nice up there by the libero as well. That's how you defeat a good serve. Aiden Nealer and Olivia Woodruff back in the game for Frankton. Frankton has a nice team. They have a lot of juniors on this team. A lot of sophomores on this team.
I think they've got a bright future.
I think so. I think they're
just like Wes-Del. I think Wes-Del's got a bright future.
Exactly. I mean, you look
we're
at the
awful
youth on
young.
our team. Taylor shaking her head after that, going, "Yeah, I shouldn't have done that." Probably.
They've been worked on that a whole lot over the years.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just got to be a free ball. Eagles up 22-6. Another good swing there by Amelia.
Oh, all right.
There we go. Amelia Hudson-Roberts. That goes down as a kill. Might be a confusion kill.
Setter was yelling, "Help, help, help," and the libero didn't hear her. So
that's right. I do see that our Hall of Fame setter, Tony Cox, not in the house tonight. Another member of his staff, I believe, may be down there.
all right.
I don't know who all's on his staff these days, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
might actually be a couple of football coaches down there.
Yeah, they don't know anything about training.
Along with Coach Knuckles, AD Knuckles. Are we can we give him the what can we call this? The official honor of the flag award. It looks like the master of the flag. We could call it that. He's mastered bringing that flag down for the national anthem.
That was a work in progress because he had some issues early in the season with that, but he's come a long way. He's actually doing a great job for us, and
he really
is. He really wants to do well, and he is doing a good job.
Oh, he is. I think he's going to have a really nice career as long as he wants it.
Down the set point here, I believe. Maybe not.
We're one short.
Okay.
It's time for the comeback right now.
All right.
And we know we've got a server that can reel off quite a few. Uh-oh. Nice play. Way to step up there.
There's that back row again.
Amelia just keeps getting better and better from that back row. Oh, wow. Crept in a little too far, Kainu. I always told whoever I had over there in left back, look, if you want to creep in, that's fine, but understand I'm gonna bark at you if you get burned.
Yeah.
And it might give her a little bark. But she made a great effort to get back and make that play. Can't argue with that. He comes back with a nice pass.
Calling that a block.
Good play off that.
Keep it in play.
There we go.
And finds the middle.
I don't know how deliberate that was, but it did find the floor. End of the second set. Frankton 25, Wes-Del 9. We're going to take another break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We're back at Wes-Del High School, Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium, K. Saunders Court. We're in between sets 2 and 3 of tonight's Blockout Cancer Night. Once again, you don't have to be here to participate. Make a donation to your favorite cancer fighting charity. Do it soon and do it often. And get a receipt. Use it on your taxes.
There you go.
Everything helps. Schedule-wise, we do have another match coming up tomorrow night against Indianapolis Metropolitan High School. That's there. And as I understand it, that's a varsity-only match. I would say likely a 6 p.m. start time. We don't want to get them up too early in the morning. Then we've got the always tough Class A showdown coming up at Blue River Valley High School. It's an interesting tournament because as teams started being affected by the success factor.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And I think we were the first one years ago. The question was, are you going to let us stay in the tournament? Because we love playing in that tournament. And they did, and it continues this year. Now, we've got – our pool's not easy. And I mentioned before we could get that Cowan loss back, that 1917 fifth set loss back, because we did draw Cowan in our pool in the Class A showdown, followed up by defending – state champion Southwood.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And the always tough Central Catholic High School from Lafayette, and then don't know who will get in the crossover, but you usually have Indianapolis Lutheran and Springs Valley, Morristown, and Blue River Valley in that other pool. So it's going to be tough.
Didn't do us any favors in that pool, did they?
No, they're not doing us
But I
any
don't know,
favors.
some of those teams you listed off, I'm not sure there are any really
there never are.
easy games in there to find.
There were years that we went into that tournament with an 8-team tournament, and 6 of the teams were ranked in the top 12 in 1A. And that's why it was the Class A showdown.
I think I sat through a few of those years, and it's a fun tournament.
We loved playing Central Catholic because we knew we'd see them at some point. We hoped we'd see them at some point. We knew the path went through them, I should say, in the postseason. Springs Valley comes in with a strong team every single year. They drive all the way up from French Lick and lick a lot of the opponents. We just about had them a few times. I think we beat them one time in that tournament. But tough. And Southwood got some young players back that were keys on that state championship team. Tom Finnicle coaching that team. I'd say they're favorite to win another state championship. At least they're in the hunt.
And they're in 2A this year, right?
They are.
To move up. Yeah.
They are.
Otherwise, unfortunately, they'd be in our sectional.
Yes.
The new sectional we're in. So let's be glad that they got that.
And we'll talk a little bit about that next week when we play Eastbrook.
All right.
Coming up on the 1st. Our final home game, that'll be senior night. Now, last year was the first year I believe we ever had our senior night festivities after the match because we didn't want to take an hour during the match because we had 9 seniors,
Right.
Including Ty Freeman, who's playing volleyball up at Trine University. Our key statistician, our key practice player. He held a lot of great spots on our practice court, then on game night as well. So we did it afterwards. But this year, only 1 senior on the roster, and I think it'll be a little bit quicker.
Probably go a little quicker, won't it?
Yeah, unless he's broadcast.
Well, I guess we do have Reese.
That's right. So we're going to ramp
2.
that up to 2. We're going to double that. Warriors off to a much better start this set.
Yes.
Nice ball going out to the left side. I was always fascinated by nearly every setter we ever had could put a forearm ball from right back out to that left front side with precision. And it's not something we practiced a lot. We actually practiced that more with the libero and other backcourt players. But they could put a ball out that a left side hitter has to be ready to hit because it's going to be a good one.
Tried to go down the line there almost. Amelia did.
Yeah.
Just snuck in there.
A little indecision there in the backcourt. Taylor looking over at the bench. They're saying, yep, that's yours. Get it with your foot if you can. Which that's, you see those plays on YouTube. Those, you can hit it with your foot.
Yeah.
And it's unique when it happens. I don't know that I can remember us ever successfully doing that in a match. An aggressive down ball. That would have been on the line. Out of the middle. Nice swing out of the middle.
That was a nice swing.
That was Ann Curtis. She's a senior. Having a good season.
You mentioned that game tomorrow. That was another great job by Coach and athletic director Matt Knuckles was able to pick up. We decided to not go to the Noblesville tournament this year, which with a young team was probably the right call. It's just a lot of fun to go to that tournament, but you also have to know what you're getting into. And so this was probably not the year to go. And so knowing that we had some extra spots open, Coach Knuckles and Coach Vernon able to find an extra game, and that's really what it's about, is playing games at this, especially this point of the year. So
and you
we'll
want
make
your
that
team
trip
playing.
to Metropolitan tomorrow.
You want your team playing. I never understood teams that would play 23, 24 matches when you're allowed 31.
Right.
I learned as a coach from Dave Shondell in the Muncie Central program, where I spent my first 8 years growing up as a coach. If there's a match to be played, go play it. Fill out your schedule,
right,
and fill out your roster as much as you can. If you got 14 jerseys, if you can, put 14 people in them. Now, that was a little bit easier at Muncie Central when you had 40 girls in the program, rather than you'd have 15 or 20 at a 1A school. But because we have 16 jerseys, by the way, and we usually weren't putting 16 people in them. But
I was driving over here, not to go backwards in time, but driving over here tonight, thinking about the last 2 or 3 years or matches with Frankton, and those came down. I mean, you want to talk about high intensity. They were down to, always went to 5 sets.
Yes.
And always seemed to come down to, every set was down to a point or two.
Yes.
And
that was always a match I wanted to win in the worst way.
And both teams, like I said, always a lot of energy, and no matter if it was here or there, and man, those were fun games to be a part of.
And they really are.
I think we got the best of them, at least the last few years, but it wasn't from a lack of them having a good team or trying.
Right. And those were fun matches to coach. And that's why I think these girls will be looking forward to this Cowan match at the Class A Showdown.
Yeah.
They knew they played him tough.
Yep. Should have some confidence knowing they can play with them and be right there.
Exactly. And this is that's a time too where when you play them during the day can be important.
Yeah, true.
A lot of teams that come to tournaments, parents and coaches and players love to say, oh, we're not a 9 o'clock team. All your girls play club volleyball.
Yeah.
You're a 9 o'clock team. Now,
it might be an 8 o'clock team or 7:30 some weeks.
Yeah. So become a 9 o'clock team. So if we were going to play Springs Valley, we wanted to play them at 9 o'clock since they had a 3-hour drive.
Nice serve there.
That was a great serve.
Well, and if you're going to play an any part of extended volleyball in the tournament, you're going to at some point play in the morning.
Absolutely. Another really good serve there. Really nice pass. I'll tell you what, I'm just real happy with the way some of these kids are playing, but especially Cassie Smith.
Yeah.
I really like what she's doing tonight.
I know you and I both agree as coaches that one of the things you want to see as the year progresses, especially with young players, is improvement.
Yes.
You can definitely see it in Cassie. She's definitely improved as the year's gone on. And,
Absolutely.
It's probably because she practices hard and probably because she listens and does what she's supposed to do.
It's the same way in the classroom. I did have her in a class as an 8th grader. Same way.
Not surprising a
No.
lot of times, and Mr. Romine's over here giving us a thumbs up, the same, and same for me.
Mm-hmm.
It carries over when small details carry over, and I know a lot of these girls are really good students too.
Oh, yeah. We're really blessed, and I was blessed as a coach to have really good, well, the last couple of years we've swept academic honors both statewide and nationally with the AVCA as a testament to just the work that goes into the classroom. Of course, graduated the top 2 players and the top 2 kids in the class last year. And this class right now, this group playing volleyball right now, they're not slackers either.
Nope.
It's a smart group, an academic
difference.
group, an athletic group. With volleyball, they just need training. Oh, look at this. Oh, boy, I wanted that to go in. Critical point right now, 11-7 Eagles. I think how the Warriors respond here in the next 5 points or so, especially with these tough serves from Frankton's going to tell where this set's going to go. Of course, that's easy to say.
Yeah, and this is, again, dig in, crunch time.
Yep.
And you got to find a way to keep some balls in play.
Looking at that schedule again, on the 1st, on October the 1st, that's senior night against Eastbrook. Love playing that team. We have to travel to Randolph Southern. That's a long night, depending on how many seniors they have, because we usually have we'll see senior night there as well. Tough play there. And then it's the Delaware County Tournament. Found out from A.D. Knuckles tonight what the draw is on that. We actually drew the bye.
Okay.
And we'll play the winner of Wapahani and Cowan.
All right.
Then in the other bracket, we'll call it the lower bracket because that's what it is on paper. Daleville drew the bye and plays the winner of Yorktown Delta. And then that's a Thursday, Saturday schedule. You always have to budget for 3 matches on that, and then you draw the bye, and there's a match less,
True.
that you could have played somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
So the bye's nice, but I always hated that you had to budget 3. I would have liked to have had, of course, being a selfish coach, would have liked to have had and I'm pausing here, I saw a touch as well on that. Would have liked to have had a consolation match just to fill in your schedule. But Coach Vernon talking about
asking for
that.
help, and he's saying you probably were right, but it wasn't called.
That's right. And what you hope to do following that is to get that side out or get the ace for the other team. It's almost like snapping the ball in a football game before they can review the play.
Yeah.
14-8 Eagles. Need to stop this run. But again, tough server. Out of the back row, Amelia Hudson-Roberts going for that corner. Almost got it there.
Get the point.
Got the side out.
Staying right here in it. Just got
That's
to
right.
keep it close. Looking ahead a little bit, on Friday we will be back live with you. Superintendent Mealy and myself will be able to fit back in the booth, and that was, I don't know what he was trying to tell me, but he said there wasn't enough room in the booth last week, so we were only able to do just the live stream, but we're glad we were able to bring that, and that was all Mr. Romine getting that taken care of for us. But
I was also told that Adam Purdue had some camera duties that night.
he did. Yeah, he did. So anything that was messed up, you can blame him, or if it was real good, Maybe we can hire him part-time.
I'll tell you, there was a response on the. I was watching it on the stream, and at one point, 2 or 3 of us had asked, "What's the score?" And then the camera slowly panned over to the scoreboard, and it was like, "There we go."
Yeah.
Hey, they're listening. So we do have Monroe Central coming up.
Yes.
This week.
Friday night.
Out there at Paul Parker Field. Prior to that, tomorrow night we've got middle school cross country, and we've got good cross country here at Wes-Del. I'll tell you what, especially that middle school group led by Coach Lamb.
Yes.
Middle school volleyball is here tomorrow night at Wes-Del High School against Blue River Valley, and we have middle school football at Shenandoah tomorrow night. And then also on Saturday, high school cross country, the New Haven Classic at Huntington University, and that's got to be fun for runners to go to go run on a college course.
Yeah, it's usually nice and well kept. There's a nice swing and point from Antrim.
7th and 8th grade volleyball also in action this weekend, Saturday. 7th grade plays their MEC at Shenandoah. 8th grade plays their MEC at Cowan. I think I have that right.
Yes, you do.
All right.
There was some discussion about that as the week went on this week.
If I remember right, is it the? I can't remember what they usually played out at Daleville, but it was usually 7th and 8th both out there. Whether it was the MEC or whether it was county.
I think it was county.
But our middle school volleyball team's having some success this year. I don't have records in front of me, but I know I talked to the girls, and they've been doing some good things as well. 17-10 here, Frankton over Wes-Del. Frankton again with a 2-set-to-1 lead. A really nice pass there by Amelia. Tough set, but Aubrey makes a nice play. Scrambles back over to the left side. Macy Curtis puts that in the net, but the block was there.
We'll just say she was intimidated by that block.
I think that's what it was. She said, "Oh, Aubrey made it back. Well, shoot." Nice set. Look at this.
Punched over.
And that was punched.
I call that a lift.
A lift on our side. And if the hand wasn't closed on the Frankton side, that punch could have been called as well. But
what do you think about that one right there? Was that the right call?
I think it probably was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coach Vernon up and patrolling the sideline right now.
Probably hands turned down, and you get that one a little.
Now there's, and I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. What does that serve?
Right.
Came out of her hands funky, sure. If it would have come out of her hands, great. That's one thing, but we were going to have a sort of a desperate free ball play on it. I don't believe that should have been called. Whew.
Somehow we were able to keep that one alive.
Yeah, that was pinball.
That's in. They've done a nice job of finding those lines and
boy, they have
putting them right in spots where we're not.
We don't have our big front line up there, so we've got that single block in the middle again, and that's tough. That's tough. It's tough to defend. Nice play there in the middle by Addie Moore. And sometimes players can get a little bit too aggressive on that. I said Addie Moore. I might have meant Ann Curtis. And she may have been in there for a while, but Coach Jerry Banda's daughter into the game now over here on the right side. Number 19, a freshman.
She might be taller than him already.
She might be.
One of the coaches at GCVC program, and my daughter and others really enjoyed his coaching.
He's been involved over there in the Frankton area for a long time. Usually has a smile on his face, happy to talk. Setting up the iPad earlier. I don't know if that was for team use or personal use. Nice swing there by young Banda. Cadence Banda. The only freshman on this roster, by the way.
It's a small class then, I guess. Sometimes that happens. We only have one, so
Yep.
I guess that happens from time to time.
Now I should say that's the varsity roster.
That's true. Okay. I'm looking over the JV here. You got a whole bunch of them.
Whoa.
An extra defender in the back, it looks
That's
like.
right. Sometimes you push back that passer that may be struggling back there, maybe having a tough time.
One thing that Frankton hasn't really shown a lot is that short serve.
No, they really haven't. Nice swing there by Amelia. A little bit off the net, about 6 feet off the net, and it worked out well. So those are tough balls to block, that 5 to 6 foot area. And you can see the block pretty well from back there. So you can get it around them. If they don't have the timing, you're going to catch them.
That's long, so another point.
And those aren't accidental shots. You can see right there that thumb is down on that swing. There's a little bit of side spin on that ball, so she caught it on the side. A very deliberate shot. Would have been good had it been good.
There you go. You said he calls them tight.
And he's returning to 2023 form. Bobby does a really good job. But he's tight. Caden Spanda on the pass.
A short set on that one. Quick set.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice play there by Taylor. And boy,
Right down the line.
they're celebrating with her, and that's nice to see. You know your team's still in there, still thinking when they celebrate something like that.
Right back on him. There you go.
Nice. Front row players, they hunger for that overpass. And some of them will go up and try to put the thing through the floor, but right there's the play. You just block it at the net. Seal the net, watch it hit the floor.
Back corner. Oh, that finds the right spot again.
A precision shot there puts them at set point. Warriors have brought it back nicely.
They have.
24-17.
Yeah, they have.
And we say that all the time, but what it is, it's still there's signs of no quit in this Warrior team. And I think that when the pressure's really on, when we get to the postseason, that's going to come in really handy for them.
Yeah, there's some really, really winnable games left on our schedule, and some winnable games in that section would be had.
I think so, too.
Depending on the draw and how that all goes. Every coach is always looking to see the draw as soon as it comes out, because that can make or break the whole postseason.
Absolutely. Tough play there by
Yeah,
Tori Ward at the net. The ball came right back down on her. And she had the forethought to close those fists. A lift called that time.
I guess it was right in front of him, because I thought that was a little quick. I thought it was a play on, but we'll take it.
Head coach Hannah Thomas has a look on her face that I don't know if it's addressing that call, but she might not agree. Coach Vernon asking a few questions. Meanwhile, we're mopping up the court on our side.
There's a
Short
short
serve. Oh, ooh, look at that. And some might be asking about, was there double contact on that serve reception? Yeah, there was. And that could have been a lift. But double contact, that bang bang arm body, they don't call that. That's not considered double contact off a hard driven ball like that, even if it's a short serve. But especially in serve reception. Going to it again. Trying to occupy those hitters.
Found that spot in the right side, but good fight back. Good fight and a good comeback there.
I tell you, it really was. 20-25 in the third set. So 3-0 tonight. Frankton over Wes-Del. JV went down 2-0. The Eagles, the Eagles, might as well cover them. They go to 12-9, and Wes-Del then goes to 3-10. Again, match tomorrow night at Indianapolis Metropolitan High School. Haven't had a chance to Google map that, but it's down there somewhere.
Yeah, if you don't have anything to do, try to find it.
And then grab a nice meal somewhere because it's only one match. It's going to be an early night. And then don't forget, we've got the Class A Showdown coming up this weekend. That's always a fun day. Come out for a match or two or all four of them. If the weather's nice, teams camp out, and it's really a fun thing to do. So, again, we continue to see improvement, especially from individual players. I think we're on the right track. We'll find our footing eventually, John, and I think that we just got to keep at it and not get discouraged.
Yeah, I always like to kind of get a read on the players. What I saw a lot of tonight was a lot of girls looking over for coaching still. Not a lot of pouting, not a lot of putting our head down, woe is me. More, what can I do? What did I do wrong? So they're wanting to be coached. I feel like they're good teammates still. And when you get to this point of the season, when you're struggling a little bit, those are keys I know you and I both look for in teams.
Right.
Because that means that at some point in the future, those little things that are struggling now are going to pay off. You're going to get better with experience, and it'll pay off in the long run. When you only have one senior, everybody's coming back next year. So let's get better and let's continue to show improvement. I think they do that. I like their attitude. I think that they, like we said, they're good kids. They're great girls in the classroom, and they're going to get better as the year goes. I see it. It doesn't always equate to wins and losses. Those are sometimes the hardest to get through as a coach because you want it so bad for them, but you do see them getting better as a coach. I know we both do, and I can appreciate the fact that they're trying to, make the right steps and do the right thing. And tonight was a great indication of that. I also enjoyed the fact that it was, Blackout Cancer Night. I know you'll probably mention that again, but that was a neat thing for our girls to be a part of too. So they can walk away with their heads up and honestly finish that last set and can take that with them tomorrow and try to get a win on the road.
I think so too. I think the rest of the schedule, it's tough in some places and less tough in others. But
right.
Blackout Cancer Night once again. Make a donation. And I don't know what Coach Vernon has set up with his team right now as far as a donation from T-shirt sales and that type of thing. But get online, drop a few dollars to the March of Dimes or to the American Cancer Association or some group that battles cancer and become someone active in trying to defeat cancer. And you can say you participated in Blackout Cancer as well. So, all right, well, we're back on the October 1st with Senior Night, and that'll be our last broadcast. We won't be broadcasting the APA match during fall break, but everybody needs to come out and watch that.
Yeah, just come on out and watch it.
We will be streaming through
the
YouTube,
Huddle Cam, yeah.
Through the Huddle Cam.
Yep.
On YouTube, just no enlightening commentary from us, I guess. So if that's something you look forward to, then that's going to be your day. And that, again, we do have a couple matches during fall break. We go to Southern Wells, and then the next day come right back, and that'll be that APA match that you can watch and, maybe listen to some music while you're watching
Sure.
that. So once again, for Coach John McLaughlin, producer Andrew Romine, I'm Biff Wilson. Thanks for tuning in to the Wes-Del Sports